The Lamisil Bigfoot in Central Park marked the spot, and the statue of Fred Lebow was a reminder of the history. A smiling Tegla-Rupe, who recently set a new world record for the marathon, added to the excitement. It was the celebration of a New York tradition, the Lamisil Twosome, the latest edition of a winning concept from former New York Roadrunners Club president Fred Lebow. A concept that teams one male and one female runner together and adds their finishing times to determine the winners. There were several major changes this year, notably the addition of Lamisil as title sponsor, decreasing the race distance from 10 miles to 10K, and the addition of categories of entries for non-couples.
Essentially, we have age groups in the non-couple race in our other races, which are ages 20 to 29, 30 to 39, and every 5 years above 40. And what we've done is simply double that. So you can have a team that's 80 to 100 made up of someone who's 10 and 70 or 40 and 40.
Two of the best-known runners in the field were 351 Jillian Horowitz, a two-time winner of the Barbados Marathon, and next to her with the red hair, Gordon Bakulis, who's a three-time Olympic qualifier. Running right behind Bakulis is her husband, Alan Ruben. The couple, who recently had a baby, talked about managing a running household.
You should see us in the morning. We're pretty organized. We get up at 6:30. Alan's out by 6:45, back by 7:30. I tag him, I'm out the door, and back by 8:15, and then Alan goes off to work. So it's pretty organized.
The 37-year-old Bakulis took a quick lead in the women's race. Lynn Holda from Georgia was moving up fast, threatening to overtake Horowitz. The 43-year-old Horowitz, who's a citizen of Great Britain living in New York, was the first Masters finisher at the 1995 and 1997 New York City Marathons. The men's field lacked the known runners, but the pace was serious. The biggest question on a lot of runners' minds was who or what is Lamisil? We got an expert to tell us what it is and why they're involved.
They're trying to focus on foot health, fungal nail problems, which a lot of people have, but not many people take care of, and trying to give people the knowledge that there is a treatment option out there and that we can do something about it. And by focusing on runners and the running in the park and health, we're trying to focus on foot health.
After a mile and a half, the men's field looked like it had been reduced to 3. At the elite level, making up a lot of ground after falling off the lead group is almost unheard of. But at this level, it's theoretically possible, although looking unlikely, as number 15-19, Carmine Petrarca, and Jamie Palacios were making it a two-man race. Lynn Holda had moved slowly into second in the women's race. Horowitz, the marathoner, would have no trouble maintaining her pace. Both women would have to really pick up the pace to catch Gordon Bakulis. Bakulis, who's the editor-in-chief of Running Times magazine, is in training for a marathon. Jamie Palacios had, by 3 miles, taken control of the men's race. Nearly a quarter mile back, out of sight of the leaders, Alan Ruben was motoring along. With the patience and consistency of a marathoner, he began to gain ground on the front runners. With 2 miles to go, he passed Petrarca, smiled, and kept up his rapid turnover. Ruben recently finished the Boston Marathon in 2:29. Within another half mile, Ruben had tracked down a now struggling Palacios. With workmanlike efficiency, Alan Ruben, a computer programmer who trains with the Central Park Track Club, chugged into the lead. Approaching the finish line, the 41-year-old Ruben had put the field away. He had plenty of energy left as he finished in 33:55. There was little doubt about who would win the couples race. Alan Ruben's wife held more than a minute lead for the women. Gordon Bakulis would not be caught from behind. Jillian Horowitz, who'd retaken second, would be overtaken by Shobin Murphy. The 27-year-old New Yorker would hold on for second. She finished nearly a minute and a half behind Gordon Bakulis. We talked to the winning couple.
Because I'd come off the marathon, I started very comfortably, see how I felt and everything, and then I gradually moved up and moved into the lead, and yeah, I feel like it's Christmas suddenly, you know.
It felt good, you know, especially the last couple miles. People were telling me that Alan was winning, and I just cracked up. That really helped me relax, you know, to think about him winning the race.
Appropriately, many runners finish their day at the foot clinic or with a foot massage. Sounds good.